Welcome back. Now it's time for us to write the unit test for our update property method. So let's go ahead and do that. For that, I will head back to our test class and then create a method here saying void test update property success. And as usual, we are going to say at the rate test. And the first thing we will do is call our service method update property. So this method takes a couple of parameters. One is the DTO and the property ID. So let's go ahead and create a DTO object. We already have one here. So I'm going to copy that for now and paste it here. So let's pass this DTO, saved DTO, and the ID is 1L. That's the ID of the property. So what to do next is because we are now here in this method, so if we have passed the property ID and DTO, so this is the method it will try to call, and then it will return an optional of property entity. So what we have to do is bypass this method. So let's go ahead and try to do that. So we have to say Mockito dot. I could also go ahead and do a static import of this just to show you that this is also possible. So I can say Mockito static import dot when. So now I don't have to write Mockito dot all the time. I could just say when, and at this moment I have to just say whenever this property repository dot find by ID is called, when property repository dot find by ID is called with any long value, so I will say Mockito dot any. I could also static import this any long, and then I don't have to use Mockito dot. Then we have to basically return something which it is expecting. So let's see. So it is expecting us to return this. So let's go ahead and create an optional data. So what I would do is I would say optional of this equal to. So first we have to create an entity and then we can wrap it with optional of. So I'm saying going to say property entity PE equal to new property entity PE dot set of ID should be same again 1L, and the update. So what we want to update. So let's say we wanted to update title. It should be, we should actually update all the things because this is full update. This is full update, so we should pass everything. So let's go ahead and pass everything. Saved DTO dot set of price, saved DTO of set of address. Value doesn't matter. Save DTO of set of address, price, title, ID, done, description. See, save DTO of set of owner email ad@gmail.com. Save DTO dot set of owner name adxy. And now what we will do is this is passed here, so we have to now set this ID because now we wanted to update these values. So similarly, this should be updated here. That's what we expect when it returns the entity. So I'm going to paste it here. Alright, and now we will return optional off, optional dot off, and we'll pass this entity. So as soon as we pass this entity optional off, then this is going to return an optional of our entity, and that will be returned from here, which means now this will hold a value which is a true is present, and then it's going to get the entity value and it is going to set everything. Then it's going to convert it into the DTO, and we are going to get back the DTO, and then it's going to save it here. So let's go ahead and bypass this line. To bypass that line, we have to say when property converter dot convert, let's check what method it is, convert entity to DTO, convert entity to DTO. When we are passing with mockito.any, then return, then let's ask it to return, then it should return a DTO. So we already have a DTO prepared, so we'll pass this one, then return this DTO. And now once this DTO is received, the same DTO will be returned back to us. That is fine, that is great. And it's also going to save this in the property. So let's go ahead and now test it out. But before that, we also have to do some assert and hold this DTO which is getting returned. So property DTO updated property. So now if we do an assertion dot assert equals, we should check expected is saved property dot get. We could compare anything or all of them also, but for now I will just keep it to one assertion, and I can say saved property dot this to updated property dot get title. Maybe I will copy paste and do another assertion also, but you can continue to do all the fields assertion. That's a good practice. So get price is same as get price. Let's go ahead and run this. Let's see what will be the outcome now. So it's trying to run the test now. Mockito with the JUnit runner, yes, and now it's passed. If we go and see the result on our coverage, so it has covered everything in the code. So this is one scenario which we have tested. You could also test one scenario where this returns nothing, which means it won't enter here and return from here itself. So this is how we basically test a full update scenario. So this is it for this video. Thank you for watching.